Hello, Minecrafters. Today I want to bring you to humans of a Minecraft world behind the scenes. I made a couple changes here in the front area, added the sidewalk and cleaned up the road, put some dumpsters in all over the place. I've got these doorways in here, put street lights along and kind of added some detail to this building. So got this area going cool. And this building is going to change. It's going to be a tech shop, which I'll show you that as well. You can see the silhouettes back there as they load in of the high rises and skyscrapers. Put some details outside of the factories. This is just a footbridge here. Some old uh, piping and barrels. We have a dead forest now because these factories are extracting these factories are actually extracting not just material but energy from the planet, which is actually causing here in Minecraft a decay of the resources on the surface. So the grass is petrifying into stone, which is causing the trees to wilt. Bring you over here. The skyscrapers haven't even fully loaded in yet. I'll bring you over here. Then you can see our tech shop. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I was kind of thinking of like a thrift store slash um like Boost mobile shop looking place. And we'll have NPCs in there as well. We got dumpsters everywhere. This is a cool walk up, I feel like, this area. Just the cityscape. Made a lot of changes to the Central Park area here. You can see these little guys hopping around. These are called grasskins. So I added the grass block texture to these chicken NPCs, and it made these cute little magical creatures in my eyes. I call them grasskins. So they live here in the Central Park as like a preserve, if you will, a wildlife preserve of magical creatures. And now I think our tech embassy and skyscraper are loaded in now. This is our like financial district, I suppose. So if you remember, this is a economic temple because they now have a religion based around their economy. which is just as messed up as you think, but I wrote it. So, sorry. The clergy of the global economy. And here's just another run through of these guys. Now that we can see the hospital area back there, and not really any view through there, just brick. But I think this office maybe. Yeah, you can see the bridges and the high rises. That's kind of neat. I'm sorry that I keep clearing my throat. So these are pretty cool skyscrapers with the framework down here for the foundation, which I think is pretty cool. I was looking at pictures of real life skyscraper foundations, so this is what we get here in our futuristic Minecraft city. And down here is our scrapyard. So this is a machine they use to break down their discarded materials and other things that they want to use later. They'll break it down here. So this is where they stuff it in, and then they pull out the remaining stuff there. This is the control panel. And they have like a waste runoff that goes into their river. So you can see our high rises aren't very deep, but we have alleyways going through them. And I'm going to show you the tech embassy before we go down there. Here's our waterfall that I made. They have like foot access all around the place that goes down to the river here. One there and one up here. And then there should be, yeah, there's one down here. Just all over. They can get down to the river if they feel like, or workers can. And then all this stuff lines up too. Footpaths. The tech embassy connects to that skyscraper, so like workers can move back and forth between the business room up there and their offices, which I will still make. But we have the outlines of these crazy skyscrapers. I wasn't sure how I was gonna make these tops. If I would make them like the Empire State Building, all pointy, or more of like a big slant roof on top of a rectangle. But I really like these staggered like stair step skyscrapers. I think they look really cool. So there they are in all their glory. Down here I'm gonna make another airport that'll be all fancy. Just like I'm gonna make a regular airport over there. And let's load in this area. They have the tech shop back here as well. And a lot of factory workers will probably be living in these back high rises too. working different shifts and stuff. We have a tennis court and a courtyard, which I haven't put furniture in yet, but we'll get to that. And here I wanted to kind of hurry up, well, not hurry up, but test out how I want to do the restaurant, how I want to style these. So most of the time when I want to do shots in these areas, I'm thinking we're going to want to see like dramatically how tall it is from the bottom. I don't think, in other words, I don't think there's going to be a lot of shots like this in the movie. Not a lot. I'm also kind of researching filming techniques and stuff so we can have a nice viewing experience together when that short film premieres. I will be present for that live experience in case anyone was wondering. But of course, after it premieres, it'll be free forever for anyone to watch if they have YouTube. I put a little tea set at every table, and every other table has a go board, so that's fun. They can play games and drink tea and eat biscuits or whatever they're eating here in this futuristic mom and pop shop. I kind of wanted it to be noodles. Me and my wife agreed this would be a noodle place. So we'll walk down through. Actually, let's walk up this alleyway. This connects down to the other alleys back there and comes back out to the central area. And like I said, this is going to be the news building, so we'll have signs all over this and stuff going on out here. And this alleyway connects to all of that over by the factory district and comes back out. And then over on this side, there's a little stop and you can actually see some of the forest. And as we continue, there's more little stopping points. More of these. And this is a cool view here. So an overview, this is the financial district up here. And then right here is the central district. So that's the neighborhood, the school, the hospital, and the park there. And then we have the high-rise district, which merges into the factory district. And then the factory district merges back there to the residential district. More tech shops, more of these little restaurants are going to pop up. So we're going to add more and more detail on top of these stone blocks. Let's walk this way. This is a cool view too. Oh, another great view of the city is from right here. I love these. high-rise shoulders. It's a whole other vibe, like hanging out up here, and maybe I'll add connections for some of them, or all of them. They could have just a connected highlight with something to do over here. They could all just like walk down here on their own high living. That's probably what I'll do actually. That's a good idea. So yeah, up here is a whole other vibe and place, things to do. Shops, restaurants, everything all up there too. Not just down here. With the high rises, the skyscrapers, that news observation building, and a little bit of the hospital peeking out right there. So I'm gonna finish building that museum and our little extra details. Let me know in the comments if you want to know more about the backstory of this movie or the world of Humans of the Minecraft world, anything like that. I'd be happy to answer your questions. But you're my favorite Minecrafters, and I hope you have a really great day.